Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of the Council Podcast. I'm Alex. As you see around me, there is the luxurious, the famous,
Hey, it's Dominic.
and then we got the studious, the most improvious, the most coolest, Mark. Hey, yo, we just got back from eating like some good ass barbecue, huh?
Yeah, I'm fucking about to throw up.
Yeah, I had a lot of ribs, man.
Hey, can you do me a flavor?
Yeah.
Can you plug in the open sign? My fault.
Absolutely. Here we go.
We're finally open
Hey, open for business.
Hey,
Open for
yo.
Now the
business.
podcast has started.
officially.
So,
How you guys how you guys been, huh?
Doing all right.
I feel sticky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
barbecue to be doing that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel sticky as well. You know what I'm also feeling right now?
What's
What?
that?
Nostalgic, and I need some nicotine too. Can you pass me that?
Yeah, can you pass me my nicotine too? Lovely. So you're feeling nostalgic.
Yeah, I'm feeling decently nostalgic. How about you, Dominic?
You know, I be feeling nostalgic from time to time. Which one do you want?
Yes, I want that one. Grassy
And
ass.
you want this one?
Yes, I would.
Very nice catch.
Thank you.
You know,
What about that throat?
that throw actually reminds me. It makes me feel nostalgic.
Really?
Wow.
It makes me feel nostalgic of being able to go in the backyard and play catch with my father.
Wow.
Wow.
You know,
I never got to do nothing that quintessentially nostalgic.
It's not much. It's just getting yelled at. That's all it is.
Damn.
actually, growing up an only child, my dad lived elsewhere. Oops. And they bought me this net. I was really into baseball, and it was like springy.
Oh, pitchback?
Yeah, and so I would just fucking just sit there for hours, just throwing at it. It was pretty sad.
I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat. You want to do baseball?
Well, you see, I would love to have had someone catching the ball.
Yeah, I feel that. Yo, when I was a kid, I had this fucking like, you know, the arcade game with the basketball, where you like you
Oh,
shoot
yeah,
it into
yeah,
the shit.
yeah,
I had
yeah.
the same shit in my room.
Yeah, like an
Oh,
actual one.
Was it made out of like waterproof stuff?
Yeah, it was just like PVC pipe and shit. It was like
Okay.
a little whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck. I think I had one too. It was like, but mine was a little bit more smaller. Was yours like full size?
It's pretty big. I mean, big for when I was a kid. I don't know how big it would be now.
That's true.
Speaking of nostalgic, that reminds me of like some arcade shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I haven't been in an arcade in like forever.
I mean, we have a good arcade here, not too far from here. So
Yeah, that's
give it a
true.
shot.
That's true.
Video Game Rescue, shout out.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo,
Hey.
free plug.
Yo, sorry to immediately jump into the situation. Today's topic is going to be about just nostalgia, just reminiscing on things and what things bring us nostalgia.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about just kind of like, I don't know, the feeling of nostalgia, and also kind of like, you know, how liking older stuff over newer stuff. You know, from like cars to houses to like styles and basically everything.
Hipster?
Yeah, you kind of sound like a hipster right now,
No,
brother.
I'm not. I'm not saying that.
Because
I'm
no one else
saying-
is on it. Is
Well,
that what you're about to say.
That's not exactly at all what I'm saying. 'Cause the hella people are on the old shit. It's just
Sure.
what it is.
Yeah, we know who.
I'm saying like,
Like a tote bag.
so
Like that kind of old.
saying like, you know, like one-piece bathing suits from like the ankle up and shit like that. You know,
Love One Piece.
Yeah,
That's nostalgic.
That's nostalgic for me as well.
Yeah, there you go.
You look at this, guys.
Bang.
If
That's a
you
whole tattoo.
you were watching us, oh yeah, shout out to our SoundCloud. If you're feeling nostalgic, hit that follow on SoundCloud. Listen to us on the audio format on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way from being rejected.
The link will be right here.
So yeah,
Right
somewhere
there.
Right here.
somewhere up there.
I've always wanted to do that. Right there.
But yeah, One Piece is like super nostalgic. Like that's the reason why I got the tattoos, because I remember watching it as a kid every day, coming home from school, and it was on Cartoon Network rather than being on Adult Swim
Yeah,
at the
same.
time.
Like, was it? Do you recall if it was the 4Kids dub that you were watching? Because they did a 4Kids, and I don't know if that's the one they did on Cartoon Network or not.
I don't know
I
if it was
think-
different. I wouldn't know.
I think it was the 4Kids dub.
It was just on Cartoon Network.
Because the
It
4Kids
was
dub is hilarious. They have some good moments compared to like normal One Piece. Like when you actually watch it, you're like, oh my god.
That is
pretty rough.
that is true. What's it on Jetix too?
I think so. I don't know. I just remember as a kid watching One Piece on like Toonami, and Toonami being that real nostalgia, like fucking anime thing. I like spent like a couple hours the other night just watching like in between like commercial break scenes
The
from
little, like,
Toonami.
buffs or whatever.
The buffs, bro. I love those, man. They bring me way back. And I remember exactly where I was when I was watching each individual one. I used to love it so much.
And that's the like max output of nostalgia. Just being able to remember where you were, what that smell was. Or
Smells.
Yeah.
I agree.
Smells and everything.
That is true. Fucking what was it? Like Toonami, the voice actor for the Robot Ninja guy, Spike, that Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His voice brings me fucking nostalgia. Just like remembering sitting like in my like little playroom at the time, and like just sitting down, and then my mom walks in on me watching Naruto doing sexy jutsu. And I'm like, I don't know how to change the channel. I don't know how to change it.
I never really got to watch Toonami like that. I didn't like anime like that till recently.
Fair enough.
Like, I mean, I liked One Piece when I was a kid. I didn't know what it was. I was just like really mind blown by it. So it was just like, but I never thought that it was like anime like that. I just thought it was a regular ass cartoon.
Fair enough. I mean, it is animated closer to like a American cartoon than probably any other anime.
Yeah.
And I think that probably brings the Western appeal, I think. But enough of that. That's not nostalgic. Speaking of nostalgic anime, I've been watching the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh! Yo, that shit bangs, bro. There's also 450 episodes of the original.
Really?
Yo, and they're all 4Kids dubbed, and they're awesome. They're so bad, bro. But they're good.
Can you say that 4Kids or Yu-Gi-Oh predicted the PS5?
Yes.
What's the dude's name with the collars? He's like
Kaiba.
Kaiva. You see his outfit?
Yeah, he looks like a PS5.
He's built like a PS5.
He looks like a PS5.
Like but Yu-Gi-Oh does bring back some deep drama. Do we?
That's for Vietnamese listeners.
Yo. Hey. But it does bring back some deep memories as far as like wishing. Like I grew up super religious, so my parents were really mainly my father. He wouldn't let me get like Yu-Gi-Oh cards because he'd be like, it's demons, this, that, and the third. But it would always bring back memories of like I've always wanted these. I wanted a battle, the wrist.
Oh yeah, man.
The wrist thing, be like super like legit about it, like let's duel.
Oh, man.
Duel.
See, I was fortunate enough to get Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid, and man, I just wanted someone to play with so bad. Yeah, like no one wanted to play, like even like pretend play with me. The shit was rough. So.
Oh, yo! Speaking of pretend play, I do remember playing with like my dad or my mom or my dad would bring home like business cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to pretend those were Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Damn, bro, desperate.
And then like I would have like random friends come over, and I would be like, "Yo, I draw this from my deck, and I put this face down. You can't attack me yet, bro." And, like just imagining each card has an individual ability.
Did you write the abilities down, or was it just
No,
on the fly?
it was just
Literally just blank business cards.
it was just business cards. It was like one was a Honda card.
Oh, okay. So you used the business card itself. So the Honda dealership, low key, is like overpowered.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I feel like nostalgia is. It's just like remembrance of your past and what you used to do, and just bringing up unsurfaced memories that you can't really remember like that.
Yeah. But also I think, like having nostalgia almost like kind of shapes the kind of person you are and like the things you do. Like for me, sometimes I smoke stoves and whatnot, and I feel like that's because everybody that when I was growing up was as a kid was they go outside to smoke, and I'd always go just stand out there with them. So as a nostalgic thing, it's like I kind of I smoke stoves so I can stand outside for that like nice 10 minutes. I'm like,
Right.
This is awesome,
sure.
and then I go back inside.
Fresh air.
Yeah, fresh air.
I believe that.
Fresh air full of nicotine.
Yeah.
No secondhand cancer.
No, this is all firsthand.
Oh, first.
First, stand in front of their mouths.
I mean, that's all they talk about, like secondhand smoke.
I
They
mean,
talk about firsthand.
if you're, I mean, I understand secondhand smoke if you're like driving in the car with the windows up, but I mean, if you're like chilling outside,
Yeah.
that's
Come on.
fine. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
Kind of
Just,
like how older people be talking about, oh, everybody used to smoke in grocery stores. I bet that's nostalgic for
People
old
used to smoke on the airplane
you see,
too.
and all that
Hospitals.
shit that used to happen, and like then those people get like sick and shit, and all these things. What are cigarettes even really that bad?
I don't know.
Because people were maybe people were abusing them. Smoking them in the grocery stores and bowling alleys might have been a little too much.
I don't know about bowling alleys. Maybe just grocery stores.
Okay, yeah, definitely gotta bring back smoking.
Because you can smoke at a pool hall, so what's the difference?
That is. Oh, wait, you can?
Yeah,
Some of 'em, or most of
absolutely.
'em.
The one off landing you can.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
And they even have bars you can still smoke in.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I
true.
understand, like, if you're checking the produce at a grocery store, you got an apple in hand,
Damn, I don't want
Yeah.
this.
ash on it real quick. It's like, maybe not.
What was
but
stopping people from doing shit like that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot
It's an
more
honor
common sense
system.
back then.
Yeah, maybe or less. And these people were just way crazier and just no one thought about
Well, we
it.
probably didn't have, like, Vine challenges and shit where it's like, put them in a coffin. Could you imagine that with, like, a cigarette butt? It's like, just throw that shit in, like, the
Oh.
fireworks section. It's like, boom.
Yeah. that sounds about
70s put them in a coffin.
Quite literally.
right.
Blow this bitch up. But it's just like, well, my fault.
No, you're good.
It's just, shit like that kind of like makes different like nostalgia. I almost forgot what I was about to say. I already did actually. Segueing into my next part, talking about how I said like houses and shit.
Right.
This is a thought I had in my head was like, so no one really like wants to go into a subdivision and buy like a new house. It's like, oh, that's cookie cutter shit. But low-key, when you think about it, all old neighborhoods is pretty much the same shit. It's just all the houses are old.
That is 100% true.
It's like there's like maybe 5 to 6 house plans. All the houses are the same. They're all the same
Sure.
size. But it's like, oh shit, because that house is older, it's better. Because it's like,
I feel like to a certain well, you know more. Would you say older houses were built with maybe hardier materials and maybe like I see a lot of like particle board, houses and stuff, and I see that and I associate it with that like the stucco like pre-built homes that we see. So
yeah.
changed my mind. There are older houses similar?
Well, I haven't really worked on many old houses. I know the older you get, like towards the 50s and 60s and shit, you can kind of get like pre-plywood. So it's all just wood slats on the outside and
Right.
siding on top of it.
So I know I worked on a house that was pretty fucking old out there, like in like high school. That shit was horrible.
Yeah, that was Jack's Beach.
That was dog shit.
Yeah, that was all plaster inside, and that was wood slats instead of plywood
Yeah.
and everything else.
So
That
it's
was
just
from
so
the
much
40s.
more
That was-
material.
Yeah.
All those nails you had to pull out individually because they're all like I don't know like wedge
hand driven
nails or
in.
they're in
Yeah.
there.
Damn.
But I mean, older houses apparently took less time to burn because it was less synthetic material. Like how we have now, where it's like all the insulation doesn't have asbestos, so it burns real quick, and
Right.
fucking plywood burns pretty quick too, and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. But it's just kind of weird how I thought like having, I guess, maybe nostalgicness or just like old shit in general kind of like makes it to where you
More
wouldn't want to buy
appealing.
you wouldn't
Yeah.
want to buy like something new, but rather something old, like used cars and
Mhm.
like 90s clothes and shit.
That's true. Well, I agree. That nostalgia that you get from just like being in a house that may remind you of one like when you're a kid. Like growing up in like kind of the west side of Jacksonville and like Riverside and like
Yeah.
different parts, it's nice to like move back over there and like cuz all those like you said the floor plans are the same. So you really get that nostalgia kick. You're like, "Oh yeah, this is, the bathroom is right where I remember it and everything." So I'm-
Shut up.
I feel like it's worth it though if you're making like a purchase to not risk it for those like $200,000 stucco homes. Personally,
True. But I mean, you do get a new home. Like no one's lived in it. I mean, I guess it's just like starting new shit. It's like making your own nostalgia. At
yeah,
the
but all
start
the
of it.
problems that are gonna happen are gonna be yours too.
That's a fact.
It's
yeah.
kind of like, would you rather have an old car that someone's maintained or a brand new car?
Obviously, I'm gonna choose the old car.
Okay.
But sometimes I'm thinking like, man, what if I had a new car? It's just like on some rental car shit, because that's the only thing I can associate new cars with. Is rental
That is
cars. 'Cause
true.
That's like
Yeah.
the only time I've driven something that's above like I think the youngest car I've owned is 2001.
I don't know. Honestly, I've been in both playing fields. Old car,
Yeah,
someone's
I know.
maintained, and then a brand new ass car with damn near 0 miles. And I feel like, I mean, depending on the person, it really doesn't matter. Like either way, you're gonna make it your own, and then put
True.
some sort of nostalgic on. Like on my car, I put like some old ass wheels on there. It's fucking like vintage ass JDM wheels on
On a
a
new
new
car.
on a new car.
Like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like a mix of both worlds. Like you're either gonna come out feeling nostalgic or just whatever way you want to feel about it.
True.
Would you say that feeling is worth the monetary value? You know, like I don't know, like when you buy a new car, would you say it's worth all the money that you're putting or committing?
I feel like it's more or less just like a sense of well-being. When you do buy a new car, it's just because like this shit's not gonna break down on me, or it's like this has accommodations that I didn't have in an older car.
Right.
Like
That's what I think
reassurance.
about.
But at the end of the day, like you are who you are. You're gonna probably like if I wanted to, I'd probably choose a lot older car, maybe like a I don't know, like a F, because I really want an FC RX-7, and that shit doesn't have anything
Yeah.
close to what the Corolla got. But like I don't know, that's like what nostalgic is for me, is like in a car, like car wise, it's just like being able to remember what I liked
Right.
growing up in the car community, or like initial D wise.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like owning, like, you know, like the LS400, you know, like coming back like from a movie and you're walking back to your car and you see your car and you're like, that's my baby right there. You know, I feel like a new car, it blends in. You
Right.
know, that could be any car.
Yeah.
But when you got your older car and it's, you know, people are eyeing it, you know, catching a couple of looks, it feels
Yeah.
good, man. I
High,
think that's worth more than a brand new car.
high class Yakuza president right here,
Honestly. fucking
Yes,
big
sir.
body.
rolling around presidential.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I bought my CRV, was because my uncle had one when I was growing up. And I remember, like, he had speakers in it to where you could hear him probably about 5 minutes down the road, and then
Nice.
he would pull up. And I always thought, like, CRVs were kind of tight for that. But when I was looking to buy a car from the Volvo I had, it was either going to be an Astrovan or a CRV. And the Astrovan was because my stepdad had one, and the CRV is because my uncle had one.
Hell yeah.
So
I mean,
it's all that chasing that nostalgic feeling for the most part.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I can't wait to grow up, you know, and like, cause you know, my first car was like a 2006 Pontiac G6. I can't wait for that to be fucking old school, bro. Like, yeah, that was my first car right there.
No,
you
that's
know?
what's crazy is that's what I've been thinking about recently, is like everything that we're doing right now is probably gonna be fucking vintage
Sick.
by the time we're like, I don't know, in our 60s, 50s or something. People
Where's
are gonna be like sought after, like how we are nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
for
are gonna
sure.
be. We're gonna be so cool. Think about it. 40 years from, like, oh my god, those dudes in this podcast, that shit was tight.
Yo, these dudes, OG, their underground podcast, crazy,
Crazy, bro, it's underground.
But
Hey, you want to help us not make us underground? Please subscribe and like down below. Send us a comment. Also, head over to SoundCloud once again.
Make us to the mainstream.
Yeah.
So we
And-
don't got to be underground and not as cool when we're older. We
Or-
gotta be like
or don't-
lame
or
because we're
don't even
mainstream.
make us. Yeah, don't make us pay us. Give us money.
Please,
Make
bro.
us-
Yeah, give me some bank, bro. I'm trying to make some money.
Bank on the underground.
No cap. But like in that sense of like nostalgia with cars, houses, and never like entertainment, there always comes that like that random what is it called, deja vu of nostalgia. I'd say it's like, say like you smell like home cooking by somebody, and it just
Yeah.
sends you back to like, damn, I remember waking up on a Saturday morning ready to watch Tom and Jerry, and that's breakfast right there.
Hell yeah, brother.
I feel
Watching
that.
Tom and Jerry Saturday morning. How old are you?
Yeah, that sounds a little bit past like the 2000s, 90s and shit.
No, you guys had to watch
Yeah,
Tom.
I used to watch like Boomerang and shit
I
back in the day.
What? That was on regular Cartoon Network though.
I feel like my Saturday morning cartoons were like CW. Like you ever watch like the CW Saturday? You know, that's
Yeah.
where Yu-Gi-Oh. That's where I'd watch Yu-Gi-Oh and shit like that.
Yu-Gi-Oh, X-Men,
Yep.
animated Spider-Man.
Yep.
What else was on there? Oh, Ninja Turtles.
Oh, Ninja Turtles is probably my favorite one.
Ninja Turtles. At
I
any
used to
point,
love this.
is gonna be fucking nostalgic. I would say.
Any form of Ninja Turtles, except for like the super new ones that look weird.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't
never really
like
been in a Ninja Turtles no cap.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. I got a lot of the cartoons y'all just said. I never really watched this as a kid.
What do you say? Why didn't you watch this? Did you just didn't find them interesting?
I don't know. I just
Maybe did your parents think it was weird?
no. I never really had like my parents try to tell me, oh, you can't really watch this like that. I mean,
Okay.
you know, all I really fucked with when I was a kid was the cartoons. I never really tried to watch the movies I wasn't supposed to watch or nothing like that. So
Right.
it's just all straight, just cartoons. But I remember watching, I don't know, just like normalized cartoons. We did have Boomerang, and I remember watching like the Jetsons and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Flintstones, that's fun.
And then I remember watching, I think it was on like DirecTV back in the day. They played all the old like 90s game shows of the Nickelodeon. So you
yeah.
got to see Guts and fucking what
What's
was it?
the Mayan Temple one? I forgot. That was my favorite.
Fucking the other Mount something.
Damn.
I don't know, I forget all the names of the shows, but
Those were fun though.
I grew up on like speaking of game shows, I grew up on like G4 Japanese game shows, and like my grandma had a international TV, so it'd be watching like
Oh.
Pinoy fucking game shows.
That's cool.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It'd be like the Philippines, The Voice, America's Got Talent, or Philippines Got Talent.
That's pretty cool. Is international cable? Is it like its own service?
I don't think so. My grandma had like Dish or Direct TV or some shit,
Okay.
and she just had like I don't know. I think
Like the
upwards to 2,000 channels.
What?
And they just get that Filipino channels.
Let's go. We gotta get that 2,000 channel package to get the Filipino ones. That's what they get you.
That's true. That is true. Oh,
So
speaking of like international, we do have one international fan. He asked us if we had a Spotify. Shout out to him though for DMing us and saying what's up. That's about it.
Yo, appreciate it. You're
Thanks.
the reason why we got a SoundCloud.
Yeah, you're the only reason why we got a sound.
But if anybody else wants to listen to it as well, it's on there
Mm-hmm.
Smooth and silky.
For
Straight
your-
into your earbuds.
for your. I can't think. I'm so full of barbecue.
But on some other nostalgic shit, you guys ever just take the time to watch like old ass commercials?
Yo.
Yo, low key.
Love me some old commercials, man. Those are awesome.
So 2000s commercials.
I could watch old commercials for fucking days.
It's crazy on the abundance of like early 2000s commercials.
They're
I mean,
good too.
Not
They're
just,
funny.
Yeah, not just locally, but like all of the United States.
International, worldwide.
Honestly, like 90s commercials and shit were like Super Bowl commercials just back to back.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man, Super Bowl commercials too are so bad now. It's
They're
a
getting
shame.
a lot worse.
Speaking of international, that Pepsi right there. Remember when what was it, like Kim Kardashian or whoever handed a Pepsi to the police officer?
Oh, no, it's Kendall Kardashian.
Yeah.
It was like during the riots.
It's like, here, have a Pepsi. Racism solved.
Oh my god, bro.
Man, Kim Kardashian just had a new video where she was like telling people, it's like just basically telling people they need to work to get good shit. Where it's just like kind of like, oh no, that's
Yeah.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah, your working and my working are a lot different, except on the weekends.
Yeah. Saw like comments on that where it's like, man, she didn't even put no work into that sex tape. That shit was ass. It's like, sheesh.
Kind of was. Oh,
Who was that? Who was that dude? Ray J?
Yo, shout
Yeah.
out Ray J though. You ever watch For the Love of Ray J? That's some nostalgia shit. That's a show I used to watch with my mom.
What, all the fucking love shows and
Yeah,
stuff?
all the MTV, like, I don't know, because looking back, they kind of seem satirical, like they're not actually, like, for real, like, they are just rips of The Bachelor,
I mean, yeah.
but it was wildly entertaining.
What,
as a
Flavor
child.
Flav's House of Love?
Yeah.
You watched that one?
Bret Michaels, it's Flavor of Love, and then Bret Michaels' House of Love,
Oh.
and then For the Love of Ray J, and there was one more, but they lost me eventually. That and America's Next Top Model. Those are shit. Those were some bangers.
Yeah, because I was in the cartoons. I saw this, but I wasn't really into it. I missed the old MTV, like, man, what is it? Like Parents' Choice, like dating shows and shit.
Oh, parental
Yeah.
guidance or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember seeing one episode recently. It was a couple years ago to be like, man, how dope was this show now? And one dude was like fake roided out. He was
Oh,
being a
man.
super asshole. And it's like, man, this is fake as shit.
It's so fake. Kind of like the Chris Angel shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over the Grand Canyon. And he's fucking just like flame over the camera. He's like, whoa, he did it.
The thing about the whole Chris Angel thing, it makes me ponder the intelligence, the development of intelligence of humans over the few years because of shit like that. Like, grown adults watch Chris Angel jump the Grand Canyon, and they believed it. They saw that video, the same one we do, and they believed it, bro. People are like, fucking stupid, man. There's
don't know.
no fucking way, bro.
I don't know how many people believed it back then. As a kid, I was like, yo, this shit, 100%.
But it couldn't have been just for kids. Like,
No, not at all. It was definitely
It wasn't even
gravitated
for
to somewhere
kids, yeah.
else.
so pretty amazing, actually.
That they got away with that much shit.
Yeah.
On some Chris Angel nostalgia shit. I remember getting a card set from Chris Angel's card set to learn tricks.
Yeah, I had one too. Those are cool.
Yeah, they were cool. And then fucking
Mind freak.
I took one of these like ABC cards and brought it to school and taped like a clear plastic thing to make it look like I was levitating it.
Okay. Like
And
some like
then-
fushigi shit.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what those glass blocks were for?
I think
Wait,
so.
what?
Oh, because I would get because I got the same thing. I was like, what the hell is this for? It's a glass box.
Yo, you felt like that's crazy because that's like I think that was like a Monopoly scheme at first because like it was like originally like a magician's thing.
Okay.
Or like a juggling, like I don't know how do you the two ball things, the two Chinese balls things.
Like the foam balls?
You know, Chinese stress balls, the ones that are hard,
Oh,
you
okay. Yeah.
kind of twist around.
It just looks like they're just moving on their
Yeah.
own kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
So it was just like I wanted one of those, but then I was like, damn, why would anybody want this? It takes a minute to learn how to do this too.
What, the fushigi?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
didn't
fucked
like
around with the
that.
fushigi. I found it at a yard sale, and I was like, whoa, it actually looks like I'm doing it. Crazy.
No, my mom ordered fushigi balls for me and my mom herself.
Really?
and my
Like some
sister.
TV? Like she called in?
I don't know if she called in or she ordered online,
I
but I
don't know
remember we
anything.
got them, and it was just like,
This is a
what the
clear
fuck
ball.
is this? This is a ball.
Damn.
That's dope though. She ordered 2 of them.
She
Damn.
ordered 3 of them.
What a gangster, bro. She ordered shit from TV. You know how many times I've wanted something from TV?
Yeah, that
Like
was
that.
pretty dope, but we were all disappointed.
Like the
Oh, that's true. Hey, the thought was there.
The thought was there. No, I was like, hell yeah. But at the same time, we were all like, what the fuck, man? This
Damn.
is like, you can't do nothing with this. You just move it around. Ooh.
Well, if I ever find the founder of Fushigi, I got you, bro. I'll take care of business.
Yeah.
For your childhood trauma.
Knock
And kids
him over
across the
head.
country that realized it was just a clear plastic ball.
And that the skill was not included.
No.
Could make it look, oh, shit is floating. It's like, no, if you drop it, chips and shit.
man, like ordering shit off of TV that's some crazy shit. I know you can still do that shit nowadays.
You know
Like there's
what?
still a number to call in.
I feel like with scams being as prevalent as are, like, do you think people are more skeptical to do? Like, I don't know. I feel like the whole infomercial thing is dead. I haven't really seen them like that lately.
Now that you got like fucking Amazon and everything, you just look up what you want.
Yeah.
Well, I do know what is that like that? Like what is the disease control thing?
Center for Disease Control,
I-
CDC.
CDC, like CDC always runs like infomercials on like products for like antibacterial products.
Really?
And it says it does that weird ass chime in the beginning, and then does so and so kills 90% of bacteria, and it runs on like all of what it does, this, that, and the third.
Well, I think that might have just started because of COVID and all that.
That makes sense.
Well, I remember seeing those commercials for a hot minute though.
Mm.
I never really watched TV after I graduated high school. Nah, even like fucking 2013, I basically just stuck to YouTube.
Yeah. I kind of want cable television because I never really had it, so I feel like it'd be pretty dope as an adult. Be like, yeah,
I wouldn't
I
mind
can
it.
do this.
I mean, the TV we got comes with
Big
like
TV.
straight cable, but I don't know, the commercials come in at an odd time. It's not really like usual commercial.
Yeah, is it kind of like YouTube commercial feeling?
Yeah, pretty much. It gives you like
See.
an ad block at like the start. And the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
See, that's just not the same. See, because I will almost watch television for commercials just to get that nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
Just like, because sometimes it's nice not to have to worry about putting something on. I
Yeah.
can never decide what I want to put on.
Because you just got so much fucking shit you can watch.
But if I have a favorite channel, Like, if I like Sports Center, let's pop it on Sports Center for
Just
a little
let it
bit.
ride.
Yeah. But I don't know. What are some nostalgic things that you have recently purchased that maybe, I don't know, you look back on it and you're like, I definitely didn't need to, but I'm happy that I got this purchase because, it made me feel good.
Personally, I haven't really bought anything off of like nostalgia like
Really?
that. A couple years ago when you bought like, PS2 and shit, I bought
Oh,
like hella
yeah.
PS2 games. That was about the last thing I can think of though. I was never really into clothes when I was a kid. I was never into music like that. I guess honestly the most nostalgic purchase or like most recent nostalgic purchase would be buying the CRV. That'd probably be about
That
the
makes
highest
sense.
part.
Okay. Alex?
I think mine would be buying that Gundam that I built.
Oh, yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah, it's
I
a
feel that.
dark Gundam, whatever. I mean, like you said earlier, like we both watched Gundam when we were younger, but don't really watch it now. It's just for nostalgic reasons because it's like,
Looks cool.
yeah. I remember finding a full set of a Gundam, I don't know, like a large Gundam set that you could build from Goodwill back in Ocala. And that
Really?
shit was complete and everything. Like
Really?
You had to snap it apart. That's all you had to do.
That's pretty cool.
For the cheap, it was like $1.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Some of those Gundam models are expensive. I dropped $140 on a Godzilla, like Eva 1, like Gundam. It's not actually Gundam.
Gundam Godzilla.
But, Gundam honestly takes me back to a really cool part of my life. With watching anime.
Well, what are you doing? Feedback. Whose is what? Technical difficulties. Y'all ever been to the As Seen on TV store? That was a lot cooler than doing infomercials. Still got feedback.
Hey, if you all right, my
Technical
bad.
difficulties. We got to end it here.
Hey, but but I'm gonna let Mark finish it off for the one time.
Thank you for watching the Council Club podcast. This episode was brought to you by Viagra. Remember to store up on Viagra before they snatch it away from you.
Yep.
And also remember to like and subscribe and to check out our SoundCloud right there.
Yep.
Right where I'm pointing.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And like and subscribe and send me money at Mark their Venmo.
Hey, you heard what the man said. Like and subscribe. If the link's not there for all those visual watchers, then it's gonna be there.
In the description.
Yeah, it's gonna be there in the description. But if you're listening, thank you for listening. I apologize for this technical difficulties. But
What is it doing?
I have no idea. But always remember to enjoy your day. Subscribe down to Council Club. Help us support us. And yeah, thank you.
See ya.
Bye.